let's segue to a little bit of spiccato, because I want to see how well you spiccato. How well you play.
Maybe.
So let me explain spiccato a little bit. The slower the stroke, the more arm you use. And it's more of an arm stroke. So for like Mozart 39, see how my whole arm is engaged. It's not, I'm not trying to use my fingers, but it's arm.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And then if you play something faster, like that also becomes more of a arm wrist thing, or
Third thankfully.
oh, you mean like right? That's yeah, that's just hard. That's hard. So can you just play? Why don't we just start with E flat again? So I remember we talked about is this whole concept of the scooping, but then we're always looking at the fundamental or the core of the sound. I don't want to hear any.
Okay.
But we have to make sure we're getting into the core of each note, not just not that.
Yeah.
So can you try it? Good. Now, with your spiccato, even with German, another bow is different. Can we get a little more? Can you think less about jumping up and down and think more horizontal? Right now, I feel like it's a little bit off. Can I get a little more? So we get more fundamental pitch. That's not bad. Not from the string, because that's the controlled stroke. But uncontrolled, that's more horizontal. So we get more depth to the sound. Because you can do this, but there's no, you see how little the string vibrates and there's no sound. But this, we call it the thump factor. We want thump. Yes, yes, beautiful sound. I want that on down and up. Good. I can stand for it to try to be that much more horizontal.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
I can't really.
Maybe.
No. Slow.
Slow. That's right.
So I feel like when you come down, it's the up bows that are giving me the most trouble. Yes, good. Good. So another way I teach spiccato, and maybe you can try it, is I'll have start legato, watch. What I start to do is shave the sides, so I start to use less and less bow, and then I start to add more vertical. And so watch what happens. So I'm playing like this, then I make it smaller, and then I add up and down. Watch. That makes sense? Does it make sense? Because now we have all this body. The idea is we need to, even when basses are playing spiccato, we need to hear pitch. It's not just. We want to hear the string vibrate. As you get smaller, use less bow. I need to get more vertical. Just a little. It's very little. It's like minute. Use a little bit, until the bow will start to take care of itself. Your arm starts to. I call it take flight. It's like an airplane. Where you're like this, and then all of a sudden when you get the right thing, it goes up. And that's the same thing, like all of a sudden, you'll find and then it takes flight and it works on itself. Make sense?
Yeah.
But you have to have vertical, up and down. It can't be all flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then so.
Good. It's very good. But now keep the volume up. But that's very good.
Ah, yes.
Keep the volume up. Don't start. But hey. Don't start 39. It's like very strong. Nice. So close. I see the problem. Davi, the slower the stroke, remember, the more of an arm stroke it is. So don't take this out of it. This is bad, it's bad. It needs to be an arm stroke. See how's my arm, my whole arm. I'm not doing no wrist. This is an arm, because it's too slow. The faster you go, then you engage the wrist. But when it's this slow, it's almost an all arm stroke. So right now you're starting to engage the wrist, and when you do that, the string gets confused. It doesn't know exactly how to vibrate. So, I mean, unlike our smaller string friends, they can blow on the string and it pops. It's really easy. And you have to imagine that if the violin, I mean, you take the violin and if you were to make it our size, what would the stroke look like on the string? You can't use the same small stroke on the violin on the bass because this won't work. So we need more of a larger body motion to get the string to speak. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
You can't use violin big. I mean, the bass is huge compared to the violin. Go ahead, try it. So watch your wrist, not too much wrist.
Okay,
Or if any at all.
Yeah.
If any at all, for the stroke to slow. No, this is actually very good, but now you went back to old Davi. Old Davi, no. More legato. And I want it to come from legato, not come from legato. Yep. Give it a little more vertical. Now, we're close. You're very, very close.
Tá bem perto.
You're getting very, very close. Right now, it's like a little plane. It's like you don't quite have enough to get off the ground, but you're getting really close. It's like, sorry. Now let's see if we can get it off the ground. So, because I feel like in your head you can't decide between legato or straight, and then this. You have a hard time making them both. So like this. The fact that I'm actually engaging the string in a smaller, it's just like a lot of short legatos.
Yes.
Very short legatos, but never a peck. We call it pecking. Like. So keep trying. I mean, you might. Sometimes it can take people a whole semester to learn spiccato. We're doing it in
20 minutes.
That's right. But you're getting close. It's good. Try it. Oh, it's so close. Yeah. It's close. But you don't get smaller. Okay. Keep it free. Because once you... have you ever seen figure skating? One of the things they say that makes a figure skater mess up. And I always think of figure skating, I feel like in a lot of ways what we do is very similar. You're supposed to do something unbelievably technical, but make it look super easy. Yeah. And they're on ice with these blades. They're on ice with these blades, metal blades. And they've got to jump and do these things and land on one foot. When they mess up the most is when they try to control physics. You cannot control physics. Physics happens. Once you get in the way, or like if they're right before a skater does a jump and they tighten up because they're trying to control, then they normally fall. Once they go up, they just have to spin and let physics take place, and then they can land fine. Don't get in the way of playing. So we can very easily start to
Okay.
what we call, I mean, we have a term for this, micromanage. The more we micromanage, the more we get in the way.
Okay.
And so in all of your practice, make sure you aren't trying to micromanage something, because if the more you micromanage, the harder it will be. It's like one of those things, it's like quicksand. The more you move, the faster you sink. Like when I'm playing a concert, I mean, when we're playing something very difficult, you have, especially when you're nervous, you
Yeah.
have to let it happen. Once you start to control, you'll freeze up and you can't move because it's too much to think about
Yeah.
all at once. It has to be like, what's the best example? It's like when you speak.
Okay.
Now, when you speak English, you probably have to think harder. When you speak Portuguese, you just speak.
Yeah. Just.
You don't think about every single word that you're about to say before you speak it. You just
Yeah.
speak.
So.
So we learn this so that we can eventually
Okay.
just speak.